How's it going, everyone? We're here to check out the top workshop skins this week, and if you're new to this, that means there's a lot of skins here. You're probably wondering, well, all these get in, or I can buy all these, and no, these are just potential skins to make it in. You'll have to tune in on Thursday to see which ones the developer usually picks, because there's usually only 8 or so of them. So first off, we've got the legendary hoodie by Algorithm here, and yeah, you can see it kind of has like a yellow tracksuit kind of vibe going on, Kill Bill kind of idea. But, you know, kind of its own thing, so hey, no copyright issues there. But, yeah, definitely for people who love the Tarantino stuff, I could see them wanting to rock this hoodie and pants set. Next, we got something bright for you. This is the Shiny Suit by Igor. And, yeah, you can see this whole thing is just, well, shiny. It's got a bright shiny vest and kind of shiny poofy pants. And, yeah, on the back, it's got kind of a cool little art design going on, which is kind of like an X kind of thing. But it also kind of, I don't know, from far away, kind of looks like a flower in a way, but yeah, there you go. Next up, we've got a hoodie and pants set for you from the Berserker set by Vase, and this one might be a little bit over just because it looks armored. I mean, you can tell it's hoodie and pants, but from kind of distance, it looks weird and scaly. I don't know if that might fit under. It could look too armored because there is kind of a rule to not make things look armored, but I think it looks scaly enough to where you can tell that it's not armor. I don't know, how do you guys feel about it? I think one way or another, it definitely looks very, very cool. You can see the details there up close, nice. Next up, we've got another hoodie and pants set for you. This is the Devil's hoodie, I guess. And that's probably because it has all sorts of little different cartoon devils all over it. And there's plenty of devilish people in Rust. So hey, I could definitely see this fitting the more humorous, trolly side of people there. Next up, we've got version 2 of the Target coffee can set. A lot of people really like this one, and they went through and kind of just redid some of the details, add some more marks and scratches, and kind of beat it up a little bit. And yeah, a lot of people like this one, so it kind of fits to have a comeback right with the new PvP changes, I would say. Next, we've got the Copper set with the metal face mask and chest piece. So with the vest here, you've got the big old police written, and of course that neon color with the continued blue on the straps and so forth. Then if you head up onto the back, you've got the big old police up there and some more of those straps, and there you have it. So hey, the Copper high qual. Next up, we've got deployables for you. Starting out here, we've got a very bright sleeping bag for you. This is the fruit sleeping bag, and yeah, as you can see, it kind of just looks like a fruit pop or popsicle or ice cream, whatever you may want to call it there. Very fitting for the upcoming summertime. Next over here, we've got a very badass looking sleeping bag for you. This is the Dead Soul sleeping bag. And yeah, there was this cool rug made with very similar art style on it with the skulls and so forth. And it's cool to see it translate onto another item that it worked really well with. Next over here, we've got a furnace for you, and this one looks like an angry face. This is the Primordial Forge, and yeah, it just has a nice little glow to it, and very cool design, kind of very beat up old ancient stone with that carving in it there. Next, we've got some small boxes for you. Starting out with this one, we've got one very themed after a very similar game out there. The mystery box by a certain Italian plumber out there. It looks similar to that, maybe, but not similar enough to where I don't think it should be a problem, hopefully. One way or another, that's up to Helk and team. Next, we've got kind of a techie looking box for you. This one is the Maze box. It comes in 2 different versions that glow, so we'll be sure to show you that. And if you want to see the alt version, you can look in the description of my video where I have the workshop link. Next over here, we have another little small box that also has another alternate version, and I don't know why it zoomed in so much on it there. We've got the mods small box, and yeah, as you can see here, you've got it all set up for weapon attachments, which is quite good. Next over here, we've got a large box for you. This one is a part of the Quarantine set by Cirque, and you can see it has that venomous kind of ooze popping all over that bright white box. Next, we've got a continuation in the graffiti set with the graffiti storage box for wood. So there you have that. Definitely done quite nice. Then over here, we've got a rug for you, and this one is quite funny. It is a tiger rug, And yeah, the whole thing is just very 70s, and I love it. This is great. Then we've got a vending machine for you. This one is the fast food vending machine, or like Chinese fast food vending machine, I should say. And yeah, there you go. Take a look at the back here, and we'll look at the glow once we hit the lights. Speaking of glow, we've got a very glowy little wooden door here for you. This is the Summer Delight wooden door with a tasty looking popsicle. And on the back, you've got a sunset over a beautiful dolphin. Next, we've got a very kind of mystic tree for you. This is the Tree of Heaven door by Ideal. Then we've got a neon dragon for you. This one is, well, the neon dragon door. I mean, pretty straightforward right there with the name. Then moving on, we've got the Ouroboros sheet metal door. And yeah, you got kind of like a rainbow grade, and then that, you know, snake eating its own tail. Once we pop up here, we've got some double sheet metal doors for you. This one is a biointegrity double door. And yeah, it's just a nice update to the look of the set, but still keeping with it the other one that did get in. And yeah, I think this looks quite nice. Then over here we've got a very caution-y looking door for you. This is the Constructor's Metal Door by Sill. And this one actually has a glow and a non-glow, so we'll show you that here shortly. Over here we've got a continuation in the scientific doors with the First Aid one, which of course does have a glow as well. Pumping up one more floor here with a topology I picked out poorly. We've got a garage door for you that is quite beautiful. This is the Zero Gravity Garage Door by Mr. Verona. And yeah, it has a colored and a non-colored version, so to say. And that non-color is this beautiful kind of blue and white neon, and it just looks really nice. And I feel like we have a lot of mixed color stuff, especially with the Outer Planet set. So I think this made it stand out a lot more to have that kind of singular color. But you guys can check out the alt in the workshop link, of course. Over here, we've got kind of a crazy little rust diagram going on, or diorama going on over here. That's not even the right word at what I'm looking. Scene? Scene. We have a nice little rust scene going on here. The summertime garage door with Quicker, and you've got a Hazzy guy in a Hawaiian shirt kicking back with some pink slippers there. Those, I don't know, they're kind of like crockish looking flip-flops. He's got some teas, some coconut, and well, somebody is attacking a kraken with a mini, so there you go. Next we've got a continuation in the Fireflies set with the Fireflies garage door. This one has been quite popular, so I could see this one having good potential of popping in. Last but not least, we've got an armored garage door for you. This is the Meltdown Armored Garage Door by Kenzie. And yeah, the whole thing just looks like it is turning into molten metal. So let's kill the lights and check out the glow here. You'll see that it is a little bit different looking. Or is it? No. I guess it's not. Never mind. No, it is. Yeah, I think. Oh, I don't know. So can one way or another, once we head out over here, you can see the fireflies. Then, see, look at that. That blue glow is just so nice. It's like calming, you know? Then, of course, we've got the scientific glow. Very industrial look to this, which really just goes with the theme of this door. Then we can cruise on down to the neon dragon. There it is. And the door, man, that really just lights up that tree beautifully. And that delicious ice cream. Of course, we've got the vending machine, very bright. Take a look at the back. It does have some glow there, which I know is important to a lot of people in finding their vending machines at night. And then you've got the wood box. Let's go ahead and take a little cruise around that one. And we can head on over to our two little glowy boxes. So this is the one with the mods. Kind of hard to read what it says on it there. I mean, like from this angle you can see it, but you'd be looking down at the box, and that kind of, I don't know, it shades it a little bit weird, you know? It's not too bad, though. I think it's a little harder to see definitely what's going on here. I mean, there's no doubt that's a hollow side, though. Then we've got the maze box here. Definitely a cool little tech-looking design on it. And over here, lastly, we've got the furnace, so let's go ahead and kick around. Ooh, that put us in like the ground. Sorry about that, guys. And There we go. Alright, let's check out the tools and weapons. Starting out, we've got a hammer for you here. And this one has kind of a little eye that stares at you. This is the Crusher Hammer. And yeah, definitely quite cool, kind of industrial look to it. And it does have a glow kind of look as well. Then we've got ourselves a rock for you. This one just, well, it's a chunk of jade. I mean, that's pretty straightforward right there. Then we've got some green tools for you. These are the Golden Snake set. Definitely quite cool looking. Some jade or emerald in there. And you've of course got to have the matching pick. Then we've got another tool set for you, and this is the Tempered Hatchet and Pickaxe. So this is definitely something I know is a very popular set. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw this pair popping in this week. Next, we've got Jackhammer for you, and it is part of the lightweight set. And man, I think that look translates onto a jackhammer quite beautifully. Look at that. Very, very nice. Very shiny. Then we got ourselves a Ioka, and well, if it looks all burnt at the end, that's because it's part of the Smoldering set. This one has also gotten quite a few pieces in, so I wouldn't be surprised if we saw this Ioka pop into the store this week. Next, we also have another set that's been seeing some pieces come in lately, and that is the Noir set. So, of course, this is the Noir water pipe. Go ahead and shoot it off there. Then we've got a Revy for you. This one is the Revolver Synthwave by Diaz. It has a very retro look to it. Definitely very themed after some of the summer DLC. Aiming down the sights there. And we'll do a reload. Next, we've got a Python for you, and this one may look like a cap gun to you, and that's because, well, that's the whole idea. It also kind of has that, like, airsoft look to it. Definitely a fun, creative idea. Definitely love how it actually makes the bullets look like little of the red plastic things that you would actually put the caps into. Next, we've got one more goofy Python for you. This one looks like it was rolled in some dough and tossed straight into a deep fryer, and that's because the whole thing is supposed to be the deep fried Python. And yeah, it's just goofy, and it fits right into Rust's craziness, for sure. Next, we've got a sap for you, and this one is a 3D printed sap for you. It's the Prototype Sap by Cubis. There you can see it says 3D printed. The whole thing kind of has that rough look to it like it was 3D printed. Definitely love the little extra effect of that. You can really see it on the trigger. Aiming down the sights here. You've got an up just in case you didn't know what you're doing. And there's that reload. Next, we've got a Pumpy for you, and it's a continuation in the comics set. So there you have that. Love the little happy face on the tube. That is a added little bonus for fun. Then, ooh, we've got a custom for you, and this is part of the Screamin' Mater set. And yeah, definitely has a nice kind of clean look to it. Aiming down the sides here, you've got that crow. And there we have that reload. Next, we've got a Tommy for you, and this one is, well, of course, the Zebra Thompson, as you can see. If you couldn't tell, it's been a pretty popular set with that purple across the zebra. It just kind of stands out. Aiming down the sides, you've got a purple tip against the zebra. I'm going to just call it zebra. I know zebra's not a color, but it's definitely a pattern. Next, we've got an MP5 for you, and this one is just like all over the place. This is the Mary MP5, and I think that is probably reference to Bloody Mary, because man, this thing is just crazy craziness. There's eyes everywhere, especially staring right back at you there. Pop a reload. And there it is. Next, we've got another MP5 for you, and this one has some anime vibes in a way. This is the Mecha MP5, and yeah, it's kind of got, you know, a Japanese style artwork on the side of it. Those don't get accepted too often, but it's not an anime girl with titties, so hey, maybe maybe has a chance. I don't know. We'll see. Some of the drops they've gotten in were like that, so we'll just have to see. Aiming down the sights, you've got this purple against kind of the neon green. Does look like it might glow, but it does not. Next, we've got another MP5 for you. This one has some drawn art on the side. This is the Elder Dragon MP5. And I do have to say, like, the art's really cool, but it kind of is a little bit unfortunate. I feel like the part of the, kind of the, having the dragon's head mostly on, like, the rails and, the side there, it could be a little maybe lower so it's a little clearer of what it is. You know, it's mostly like, I see it's like the open mouth and you're pulling on one of the fangs, which I think is a really cool kind of idea. It even has like a little bit of a drip coming off it right there, you can see. So, I don't know, that might kind of ruin the coolness of that, so. Definitely hard to work with the placement sometimes, but very, very cool art. Next, we've got an AK for you, and this one is all sorts of fresh looking. This is the Arrowhead AK by Johnny. And, yeah, man, it's just got this kind of metallic green that you don't see in too many things. And I think that just really makes it stand out nicely. Next, we've got another AK for you, and this one is the Cutaway AK. And as you can see, it has kind of like a so-called cutaway of the inside workings of the gun itself there. Aiming down the sights, you got a white versus the black rest of the sight, and there you are. Then we've got another AK. This one is a stockless one. It's called the Bubblegum AK by Fresh. And yeah, there you go. I mean, it just has this very unique look to it. And you've got black sights with a red tip there. Next, we've got another AK, and this one is all sorts of hot rods. This is the Exhaust AK by Uproar. And yeah, the whole thing's painted up like an old hot rod, and it has even like the little exhaust on the side there, manifolds, you know. And the whole thing just, it just looks cool. And it's rusty and crusty, which fits into rust. It looks hand-painted, you know what I mean? Next, we've got an LR for you, and we've got some more creepy creatures. This is the Raptor LR300. Very cool looking artwork there on the side. Fits nicely on the LR with a little more space that it has. Aiming down the sights here, you've got an orange ring and a black versus green tip. Definitely a nice kind of combination of the color scheme, and a lot of times the rest of the weapon gets lost when there's cool art on the side, and they still took the time to make sure to highlight a lot of the details with oranges and some faded colors here and there, which always makes the difference, I think, in making a gun, you know, average to, you know, properly done. And next we've got a LR continuing the Solar set. This is, of course, the Solar LR. We just saw a new piece in the set, so I wouldn't be surprised if we saw this one pop in. Aiming down the sights here, you got that kind of sun symbol and a yellow on gold sight. Does look like it might be glowy, but it is not. Next, we've got another LR. This one's quite blue. This is the Ultramarine LR by GBG. And yeah, as you can see, is definitely lots of blue. And I kind of like the little kind of like bubble effect look on it there. Aiming down the sights, unfortunately, kind of blank down there, but we do at least have a color differential between the blue and the black there. Next, we've got an L9, but not just any L9. As you can see, as it says on there, Polymer. That's right, the creator of the Polymer set is working on it again. And oh man, L9 looks quite sexy as the Polymer set. Even has the little red tip highlight kind of up there, reminiscent of it. Big old beautiful carved P, and just beautiful, beautiful polymer for all of those gun nuts. Last but not least, we've got a rocket launcher for you, and it is part of course, the Dragon Rage set. That's why it has a big golden dragon on this nice dark matted black rocket launcher. Some nice little red highlights, including a tip on the side there. And last but not least, let's load that rocket launcher. Ooh, look, it has a beautiful hot red glow in it. Very reminiscent of my rocket launcher. And, Mr. Deer. Ah, I missed. You live today, Mr. Deer. Well, another, that does it, everyone. Thank you for checking out the video. Sound off in the comment section below which ones you are hoping to make it in the most and why. Always love hearing that, and I'll try to get the feedback to the right people. Thanks for watching, and stay